Hi, how you doing? My name's Adam and thank you for taking a moment to learn more about our franchise. The purpose of this video is I just wanted to give you a chance to meet me face to face and take you inside of my home and my office and talk to you for a few minutes about what Text and Save is all about, and to try and help you share with you some of my thoughts as to why Text and Save is such a good business for the right person and what kind of things will help you be successful as a Text and Save franchisee if you decide to proceed. So I've got a few little notes here that I'll refer to, but I wanted to just start off by talking about a little idea that I learned a long time ago in business, which is the quality of your question equals the quality of the life that you ultimately build for yourself. Now, I learned that in a seminar many years ago, but I guess right now as you're looking at all these different franchises, it's really important that you have the right questions in mind when you do that, so that you make the right decision. And sometimes people, when they're looking for businesses, they sort of say, well, I just want to know how much money I can make. And that's a bit like being on the dating scene and saying, well, I'll date anyone as long as it's a girl. Does that make sense? Or a guy, whatever, if you're a lady watching this, right? So to get a great outcome, to get the right business, you need to learn to ask better questions. And, some of the questions I think that I asked before getting into the mobile marketing business were based on my own experiences, and I thought I'd share with you what those were and why I decided to get into mobile marketing. One of the things that was really important to me after my prior business, my previous business, I had lots of staff, I had lots of overhead, I had lots of monthly commitments. With the Text and Save business with mobile marketing, really what you're looking at in this shot right now is everything that you need to run the business. I have, an iPhone and I have a MacBook Air, and that's it. Literally, I don't have any staff. I don't have any, employees or anything. In terms of running the mobile marketing side of my business, not running the franchise, but the actual, running the business of being a Text and Save franchisee. That's all you need to actually be in business. In my prior company, as I said, we had offices, staff, we had about $200,000 a month overhead just to open the doors. And I just decided after being in the corporate world and having built that business from scratch, I don't want to do that anymore. I never wanted to have those overheads and commitments. I wanted to use my brain and I wanted to use technology to be free of the office and free of the politics and all the other hoo-ha that goes along oftentimes with those environments. And so Text and Save, when you're looking at it as a franchise, really that's a huge thing, I think, being able to be free. The other thing that was very important to me was mobility. These days with the technology, the iPhone with a personal hotspot, even if you don't have Wi-Fi, you just need telephone reception and a laptop or an iPhone, and you can be online anywhere in the world. And I've made the most of that as I built my own Text and Save franchise. I've managed to travel overseas 2 or 3 times a year. I went to the US, I took a cruise in Mexico, I went, all everywhere I've been while doing this, because all I need is a telephone and a laptop and an internet connection. So mobility is a huge advantage, and because you don't have those overheads of a normal business, as in a shop front or anything like that, you can spend your money where you want to spend it. For me, I spend it on living in a beautiful environment. As you can see, I work from a great spot here, because I think life's too short to sort of be driving in the daily commute and working in an office environment that you don't like and you look at a brick wall all day. So when you cut costs or save costs in other areas, you can spend it where it's important to you. And for me, it's to have a great environment, work from home, and not have to do all those things. A couple of other things that I think are really important about when you look at this business is we have no stock, we have no shipping, nothing breaks, nothing goes off, there's no returns. What we actually sell is a service and a result. And you need to be pretty savvy in terms of the way you mine things to make money that way. But if you do have a love of marketing, you'll find that those things are a huge advantage, not to have those worries and those concerns. No staff means, no politics, no babysitting adults, all of those things. The other things I wanted to talk about quickly was that this kind of work can be really interesting and also really rewarding when you help a business grow and you see a result happen for them like that. And the great thing about mobile marketing is it's transparent. When our marketing campaigns go out, we know what the results are. That's really, really rewarding when you're dealing with a small business owner that's generally not used to seeing any results from their marketing. When they say, wow, Adam, that really does work. That's awesome. Selling something that people actually want to buy from you is, such a big thing in business. So often when I was younger, we used to try different businesses and selling things that people need but don't want is a problem. You need to sell something people need and want, okay? And that's what mobile marketing, because we deliver customers. Every business needs customers. That's a real plus in Text and Save. And the other thing I want to just finish on this area is that we work in a high growth sector. When you're looking at a business, business is hard enough. No matter what business you go into, it's always going to be tough when you first get started. But it's really tough if you're in a market that's declining. In our market, in SMS marketing and mobile marketing, it's growing like this. It's in that huge growth phase as the whole world is now. If you're not sure how popular mobile phones are, jump on a public transport, jump on a train or somewhere in Australia, and just take a look at how many people are transfixed by their mobile phone. It's a really, really high growth sector. And I also just want to say that once you've got your business established, the money can be phenomenal as well. Just to give you a little example, if you've just got one of our products, which is our Mobile Hub product, and the franchise manager will talk to you about what that is, but with just 20 Mobile Hub customers paying you the minimum retainer, and now put that in perspective, when I started myself as a franchisee, I got my first 4 Hub customers in my very first week in the business, just walking out on the street with my computer under my arm, no phone calls, no nothing, just walked in and started talking to business owners. I had 4 customers at the end of the first week. Now, if you have just 20 of those, that's $2,000 a week, nearly, recurring revenue, that gives you the time then, once you've got that base established, to start looking at some of our other more leveraged products. Just last Friday, to just talk about one of those leveraged products, we did a campaign for Vision Fitness right here in Queensland. It was a guy who had 3 Vision Fitness outlets. We did one campaign that ran for a total of 8 minutes. Okay, so 8 minutes was the entire length of the campaign. It took about an hour to set up. We sent a text message out to that database and we said to them, you've got 8 minutes to respond if you want this deal, and we gave away some free personal coaching sessions, but you had to reply in 8 minutes. In that 8-minute period, we earned $1,400 in commission in 8 minutes. Now, admittedly, it took about an hour to set it up, but if you look at that on an hourly rate, that's a phenomenal, business. But that comes once you've got your customer base established. And obviously, he was very happy with the result he got. We generated over 200 leads in 8 minutes for his trainers. So that kind of customer can repeat every month. So it's highly leveraged once you understand the products, once you've got your customer base down. And highly leveraged means the most important thing of all, I think, in business, which is time. As I said right at the beginning when I started speaking, it's not so much how much money you make. Yes, that's important, but it's also very important how you make it. What are the trade-offs you have to make to get that income? For me, as I said, I can work from here, I can pick up my laptop and my computer and work from I'm a member of a club down the road that's 80 floors in the sky, and I can sit there and just as easily be working. I also, sometimes just go down to a coffee shop and sit and work. Now, that's what I call quality environment. It's not like I'm stuck in a business. So once you've got that leverage in place, and once you've got that organisation, you've got your customers there, and you've looked after your customers, and you've produced results, it gives you enormous freedom. To put it in perspective, if you had those 20 customers and that $2,000 a week just coming in from those 20 customers, that would take about 1 week out of a month to service. Okay, and you can service them, if you're doing them in person, sure, you've got to be here, but otherwise you do it on the phone. But 1 week out of a month is all it takes to maintain that level of income if you're organised and if you do look after your customers well and they know how to work with you, which is something that we train you. So, it enables you to do all those things if you've got your computer, you've got no staff, no other people drawing on your energy or your time or your money. You just look after your customers, use your brain and get results. And that's what's fantastic about Text and Save. So just to close the video, I wanted to talk to you quickly about the things that I think you need if you are considering this business to be successful. Number one, you have to love marketing. The people who do the best with us are the ones that have a real interest in seeing businesses get great results from their marketing. They have a fascination with the idea of structuring little SMS campaigns and seeing how those SMS campaigns work. We provide all that training, but it does help if you do have a passion for it. Secondly, a passion for improving businesses generally. Small businesses, particularly in Australia right now, they're doing it pretty tough. They need to feel confident when they meet you that you really have an interest in getting their business improved. Our best franchisees not only provide SMS services, but provide some support, advice, a shoulder to cry on at times. They're there for their customers, and if they see something that can help their customer grow their business, they share it with them because they genuinely want to see that business do well. The next thing is excellent communication skills. you must feel confident in talking to people. If you don't feel confident in talking to people, this business is probably not for you. Communication is so important in our business. It's not like you're mowing lawns or fixing a gutter or doing whatever else is out there for a franchise business, and all those can be great businesses as well. But you do have to be good with speaking to people. You have to have confidence, you need to present well, and so on. And also very good organisational skills. People are entrusting you with their marketing, so you need to pay attention to the details. When you write an SMS, you need to double check the content, make sure that there's no spelling mistakes. You need to be organised with your time. When you say you're going to do something, you need to do that thing. In business, to get that trust, you need to produce what you say you'll produce, so you need to be organised. If you let your customers down, you won't get any referral business. Our best franchisees get most of their business from referral because they say what they're going to do and then they do what they say. And the last thing is you need to be self-motivated. Working at home can be a two-edged sword. I love it. I haven't worked from an office now for a couple of years. I probably will never go back to working from an office. But that, comes as the other side of that is you need to be able to get up in the morning, say, this is what I'm going to do today. My goals are sitting right here on this bit of paper. I don't know if it's in the shop yet, but I have my goals here. I organise my time, and I'm a self-starter. And our best franchisees are the same. So you need to be the type of person that can sit down at the start of a week with nobody sitting on your shoulder and write down what your activity is going to be, and then not get distracted by all the things that can distract you when you work from home. You're focused on your important tasks for the day. So other than that, I think that's a good introduction for Text and Save to you as you assess the business. I really hope I do get to meet you if you decide to join the system. But for me, I love it. I think it's a fantastic business for the right person. And it's smart technology, and it's in a growth sector, and we have a wonderful team here to support you if you decide to come on board with us. So thanks for watching, and as I say, I look forward to meeting you on one of our trainings soon. Bye for now.